IEC, now IEBC, they've all suffered a serious trust deficit.
Correct.
That's why the process is so important. If at all questions are asked about the process and questions are raised about names being included that were never there before, these issues are the ones that are going to create a perception on whether or not this new body, new commission can be trusted. Don't you think that this process needed a bit more care than what we've seen?
You see, what Kalonzo Musyoka politically is doing, when you stand in media, national television, and say, this is a William Ruto IEBC, you're trying to tell Kenyans, if I lose the election, I'm going to say it is illegitimate, because from the very beginning, it was a William Ruto, IEBC. But I think it's a very careless statement coming from a person like him, who has been in politics all these years. You think that you are gaining bonga points by abusing our institutions. You stand there, you say that IEBC is useless. You stand there, you say the police are useless. You stand there, you say the judiciary is useless. You know, as a political person, of that level of understanding, you don't kill our institutions. You seek to improve our institutions, because we come and we go. Leadership comes and goes. But institutions remain, and institutions are what creates a nation. So I fault him. I fault him because he's making a careless statement. He should have come out and say exactly what his problem is, because he didn't say. He just said, this is a William Ruto,
He did say what his problem is. He said it needed more inclusion of political players in the final decision making.
No, but the process, let me...
The issue of the process about the inclusion of names, that he has not talked about. But Kalonzo Musyoka was very clear that he needed to be consulted, or the political class needed to be consulted in the final decision making.
No. The process was agreed in the NADCO. It was passed in the House, both houses, that there was going to be an interview panel, that political players were going to bring in people through whatever, that process. And the person who delayed this is the same Kalonzo Musyoka. The same Kalonzo Musyoka. He went to court, and IEBC the panel could not operate because they were having problems. They are fighting as Wiper, until he got whom he wanted. And the person he wanted to be in that interview panel came in, and the process went on. So his very person, the one he wanted, that lady came in, and she interviewed these people. Now, even these issues of saying Nuru Hassan, I don't know, was brought in. By 25th March 2024, he was shortlisted. If these people felt there was a problem, there was nothing wrong with going to court at that point and saying, this person is wrong, or we feel the interviews are, irresponsible, or we feel something is wrong with this process, because it's all over there in the country. And Kalonzo Musyoka should know Kenyans are not foolish, surely. We were seeing what was happening. We saw what was going on. You cannot just come and stand there. Where is William Ruto there? Where was he directing this whole thing? And if you have a problem with Nur Hassan, is it that you don't want people from the north, or what is your problem?
The issue with that is that 6 names were introduced after the IEBC had already published in the dailies.
No, let me ask you, Fred. It was all over the country. If that is an issue, if that indeed was the issue, did the courts close? Why didn't Kalonzo Musyoka is always jumping to court? Why didn't he run to court? All these political parties were there. Were the courts closed? Was the High Court closed? These people they just want to create a situation, a fake crisis. That's what I'm talking about. A fake crisis. And the delay was because of Wiper and Kalonzo Musyoka. That's why the panel is not there. I'm feeling bad because in Tana River we have Chewani Ward, which has not been having an MCA since the death of our MCA. And it happened almost just a year within the first year of the election. The people there have not been having representation. And it's wrong for someone to just make light of this thing. And I would want to challenge Kalonzo and ask him if he believed that the only way is for him to have somebody, from his side to be chair or to be a member of the IEBC. Why didn't they apply? When he made a whatever for Kokimuli to be in there and other people that he wanted, they were included. Mm-hmm. Now that we have reached this point, does he want us to backpedal? What is the thing? Okay. I feel some people feel that unless the person I want is there, then the process is not fair.
Yes.
They go to court and they say, unless the judgment is in my favor, then the process is not right. They go to an election and they say, unless I win the election, then the process is not fair. So I want to challenge him sometimes to be above, because he was surrounded by other politicians. He's way above that. He has been a vice president in this republic. His kind of statements must be measured. If he wants to make those kind of statements, send someone to say them. Surely, I wanted to say this again, that if the process was so open like that, and I believe even the voting would be open, the vetting would be open, I don't see what else Kalonzo Musyoka wants, or those politicians.
But you've suggested that he should have gone to court back then. Are we saying that it's too late to go to court now?
He can. Why not? He can go to court anytime.
Doesn't that have the potential of slowing down this process?
Now this is where the thing is. They are wasting time, and they know the solutions. If they want to go to court, they should go to court and litigate the issues. Okay. But as far as I'm concerned, and many Kenyans who saw the process, the chair was there, questions were being asked, the panel was fair. To me, they asked all the questions, and the people we have gotten there, I have never seen some of them. At least for the person you've named, like Nur Hassan, used to be a chief administrative secretary, used to be a director in sports, used to be a director in sports and heritage. He served in government, so we are familiar with him. But there are many others that we don't know. In fact, this person who is being proposed as chair, I have never heard of him myself. So, and I don't think that he's going to influence the decision of whether William Ruto will win or not. I really truly believe that sometimes let us give credit to the processes in this country. If you have a problem with an institution, before you say the national intelligence is useless, the cabinet is useless, the parliament is useless, the judges are useless, please, as a leader, sit down and look back and know that wewe utakuja utaenda, but those institutions, we need them to keep this country together. We need this IEBC to succeed.
Bwana Pogisho, there's definitely an issue with time. It's only 2 years to elect.